Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty entertaining.
Okay, great. Hey, it's good to have all of you here. Welcome to a Shin Show. We've got all three biological siblings on the line
All my
together.
children.
All my
All
children.
my circuits.
You know what my buddy Chris, regular listener Chris, calls his children? Do you know what my buddy, regular listener Chris, calls his children? Do you know?
No.
This better be good. This fucking wind-up.
Yeah.
It better be good, dude.
He calls them sex trophies. That's what he calls them.
Okay, that was pretty
Yeah,
good.
it is pretty
Yeah,
good.
no, it
That
was
was
worth
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah. Anyway, congratulations to regular listener Chris for introducing a new concept to me, sex trophies. I really never
Oh.
thought of your children as that. I got to be honest with you. I always
Then
thought of
good.
you.
Don't.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
That's for his kids.
Do you want
not your kids.
Do you want to be in that headspace?
I don't.
Yeah.
I really
With
don't.
how
you
many
wanna
different
be.
women? Come on now.
Enough. 2. I mean, that's 50% more than normal, I guess, or maybe 100% depending upon how you do math. But look, that's not the point at all. The point simply is that I love you and I'm glad that you're here together, all together in the same electronic space. That's nice.
I'm gonna find that cyberpunk song. I can't remember it. Like this got a whole soundtrack, so I'll
Nick's
do it
on a
later.
mission
I'll do it
to
later.
have a soundtrack to every comment that he makes.
I just need a few more buttons. That's all. It's NBD.
Sure. I mean,
Has Elsie bounced again? Is she leaving me in the lurch?
She's gone.
she's gone, man. She's left us.
You're never gonna
This
see
is
her
2
again.
weeks in a row, and I haven't had a text from her in a while. Elsie, are you okay?
No, dude, she's gone. You're never going to see her again.
No, and here's the funny thing, okay? I think you'll find this amusing as well. So Elsie loves being on the pod, hates listening to it. So so call out to her all you want on this podcast. She'll never hear it, and she'll never respond based on your entreaties on this podcast.
You could also go to where her physical body is located and yell and call out for her and scream all you want, and she'll never hear it because her brain is
No longer functioning.
it's off.
That's not true. She's very much alive. She's on her way to Atlanta right now. And I will tell you, you kids, you're going to feel really bad if she fucking dies. I'll tell you that much right now. Then you'll feel bad, won't you?
Probably, but that's, I'm not convinced she's not already dead.
Wow,
That's true. Atlanta, awful sauce. That's all I'm saying.
that is true.
Okay.
Well, although they say this. They say that when Jesus Christ returns,
No, they don't.
he's coming back to Atlanta. They do say that.
Ooh,
No,
like the
Only if he
soul
flies
bands from the
Delta.
from 93.
No, they don't. They say O'Hare. That's what they say, first off. And second off,
Are you fucking with me?
no, that is what they say.
Why would he come back to O'Hare? That's
when
like
he-
literally the devil's armpit.
When he comes back, he'll come back through O'Hare. It's the
Oh, okay, all
it's
right,
like
okay.
a trope that
Yeah, yeah.
everybody has a connecting flight through Chicago O'Hare.
Yeah, because
Yep.
it is the devil's armpit.
Yeah, but
Well-
Noah's right on this one, though. If Jesus Christ returns on Delta, he's flying through Atlanta. He's not coming into Chicago O'Hare. This is a good... No. This is a good thought experiment, children. I want you all to think about this for a second. If Jesus Christ was returning to Earth, what airline would he be on?
United.
I mean, probably.
I don't know. I personally think he'd be on JetBlue.
No, United is the
Yeah.
people's
What?
plane ticket.
No, there's only one airline that Jesus Christ could be on. Spirit.
Oh shit! I missed it right in front of my face.
You did.
Speaking of
Ugh.
Jesus and being
Ugh.
evangelicized too,
All of that hurt.
I got
It hurt
another
very
handwritten letter telling me to come to Jesus,
Yeah.
and there was a phone number there. You
bad.
guys.
Dude.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. If you guys wanted to call this lady on the pod.
This
Let's call her right now.
Okay. All
What are we
right.
waiting
Hold on.
for?
Hold on now. Hold on. Let's talk a little bit about this letter. First off, I read that letter. It's written like a fucking hostage note.
It is, yeah.
Like, how when they cut letters out of a fucking magazine and
Yeah,
use
there's-
them to spell.
There's weird capitalizations.
And like the spacing is not uniform.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess in a handwritten letter it wouldn't be, but even for a human being with functional lateral vision, yeah, I'd like to call her. Can I call them?
Go get the letter.
I'll call them. Let me do the talking. Okay.
I think her name's Anita.
Should probably be in bed or praying or worshiping at this time. I'll leave a message.
Of course.
Well, no. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll just say my name's Sarah. I'll just be like, hey, this is me, Sarah Shin. I'm calling about the handwritten letter that you left on my door. As a young woman lacking in faith, I was thinking maybe you might be able to show me something or tell me about something. But dollars to donuts, we call this number. It's going to be like an automated line.
I don't think so, man. I've seen the letter in question. I've witnessed it. I've viewed it. This looks like the real thing, man. This looks like a Jehovah's Witness letter that is written by a real person, and she'll answer that phone, brother. Let me tell you that right now. Doesn't matter if you call yourself Sarah or Nick or Noah or Beelzebub. She's going to answer that phone, and she's going to talk to you.
You should say Beelzebub.
I'm going to call her. No laughing. All right. Keep it together.
I thought I had lost that actually, and then I realized I put it in my important papers place.
When did you get this? How long ago?
Last week, Thursday, maybe.
All right.
I can't do this.
Forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Is not available. Please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hi, my name's Sarah Shin. I'm just calling in because I received a letter in the mail regarding, I just want to make sure I get this right here. Jesus teaching us to pray for God's kingdom to come and for his will to be done on earth as it is in heaven. Standard Lord's Prayer. You know, there's a number written at the bottom of this letter, and I'm calling it because I thought maybe I could speak with whoever put this in the mail and sent it to my house. Maybe they know something I don't. So give me a call back at this number whenever, and I'd love to speak with you about this word here. Thank you. I'll be eagerly awaiting. This is Sarah Shin, by the way.
You cannot tell me not to laugh and then sign off as me.
It's fine. You can laugh if no one answers the phone.
Yeah, all right.
That's fine.
That's true.
Well, that sucked. Go ahead and cut all that out.
Make sure to bleep out her number if you do keep it. Fuck, don't dox the poor lady.
Oh, yeah. Lord knows
And her address.
Our ravenous fans would harass that woman to the ends of the earth. Yeah, I did read the address too. Just take all of it out. Leave this in, but take all that.
Yeah, I was really hoping that would be more, less anticlimactic.
I'm telling you, she's in bed. She's a Jehovah's Witness.
It's 8:15 p.m. That's entirely possible.
She's getting on her knees and pleasing the Lord right now. She's getting on her knees and pleasing Jesus with her mouth and hands.
We are going to hell.
She's going to use her mouth and hands to get on her knees and please the Lord.
You go to hell.
Jesus needs to be pleased with your mouth and with your hands at night. So get on your knees and pull out your hands and mouth and please Jesus and his dad. His dad is watching too the whole time, and you can please him too if you want. You don't have to. Just one or the other's good enough, but both is cool too. And if you want to get crazy, you can do it both at the same time. Get down on your knees and please the Lord and God at the same time. You never felt this way about Jesus before, but now that you're on your knees, you're thinking, maybe I like to do this. Have I been lying to myself my whole life? Jesus and his Father are inside of me. You got to feel the Spirit inside of you.
Oh, okay.
I'm starting a Christian band.
Yeah, I can tell that, and I think it's going to be very popular. Although
a Jehovah's Witness band, actually, I think.
Right?
No, they don't celebrate shit.
Well, they get down on their knees and they please Jesus.
That's true.
Do they not?
But I don't know if they do it to song.
Don't they do gospel? They don't do gospel? They don't sing in church?
I don't think so.
No.
I wouldn't know. I have to say I've been to a lot of different churches in my life for a variety of different reasons, but I have never been to a Jehovah's Witness temple. Have any of you been inside the Holy of Holies, the Jehovah's Witness temple?
I've been inside a Jehovah's Witness.
Don't they? Nice.
Wait a minute.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't think you have.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't think you have. I believe you have. I was just saying I think maybe I have, and I was like, nah, I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I went to school with Jehovah's Witness, and it was weird because she was like, she couldn't date, couldn't do anything till she was 16, and then it was all very formal. Maybe she was Mormon, actually. Never mind.
Could have been Mormon.
She was Mormon.
I mean, what's the difference? I mean, there is a difference.
The difference is like the amount of little girl clothing you have to wear. That's the difference.
yeah. Well, they're both cults, though. They're both religions.
So in college, there was a pair of Jehovah Witnesses that would regularly knock on the door on Sunday morning, and I sleep
Yeah.
until fucking way late.
Yeah.
And I remember distinctly, I had this little tiny fuzzy robe that I would answer the door in, little tiny white robe. It looked like fluffy angel wings, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" And then they would try to talk to me.
And you're dressed like a Victoria's Secret angel, is what you're dressed
Exactly.
like.
That's
Yeah.
exactly my point. Yes, thank you. Thank you for wrapping that all together.
I understood it entirely. Well, I will tell you, and you know this about me because I raised you this way or didn't raise you this way, all respect to Noah, that any religion ultimately is a cult. All of them. They're all cults. Every single one of them. They all exist for the sole purpose of controlling your behavior, your plebeian. That's it.
Hey, listeners.
I don't think I bet that like throughout time there was not a word. The distinction between religion and cult probably has not existed for.
No, that only started to exist in the 70s. In the 1970s. That's when we started differentiating between cults and religions.
I have two things to say to this. First of all, hey, listeners, would you like to hear about our cult? And
oh, yeah, we still got one of those.
Oh, sure we
still
do.
got one of those.
You bet. It's the Church of Universal Energy and the Infinite Multiverse. I am. What am I again? The prophet?
You know what?
You're the Pater Familias.
Oh, yeah,
it is
right.
that. But, we're just going to. I'm going to make an executive decision and we're going to just shorten it to AIDS. How about that?
No.
Just call it AIDS.
No, vetoed.
Hey, I'm going to have to pass
We got to
on
go
that.
with something shorter. That whole thing he does is
First
daunting.
of all, you cannot call it AIDS.
Yeah, the branding is terrible. No. We got to think about the brand on this.
Well, hold. Okay, now let's take this back. Okay, Church of Universal Energy, Chewy. Okay,
Chewy.
Perfect, Chewy.
But what about
it's
the
like CH?
Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
All right, but what about the Infinite Multiverse? Chewium? Or do we just leave that out? And that's actually one of the mysteries, one of the Holy of Holies. That's part of what you get by joining Chewy is you get access to deeper mysteries, which includes, of course, the Infinite Multiverse.
Yeah, we've been giving all this away for free, dude.
His name, Tim. There are those who call him Tim.
Yes, indeed.
That's level 3.
That is level 3. But
there are those who call him Tim.
And now if you want to get to level 5.
And so on.
That's when you get to learn about the stench. Okay.
This needs to be on our Patreon.
It does.
Well, anything needs to be on there. But
hey, speaking of cults and religions and stuff, have you guys heard about the replacement to the Hubble telescope that they're launching in December?
Yeah, I have heard about it. It's the James Webb Telescope. It's going to be a telescope that will search out the farthest reaches rather of the universe, looking back in time 13 billion years to the beginning, and so on and so forth. And it'll be able to spot exoplanets and all sorts of fantastical things, but it's immensely complicated, and it might not work. Maybe not,
but who cares? Not only will it be able to see exoplanets, it'll be able to sense if there's life on those exoplanets. Man, so I heard a comparison that said the next generation or the generation after that is going to be like, you guys really thought you were alone out here, huh? Just like how we make fun of the olden timies for really thinking the world was flat, huh?
Maybe. I've read this thing. Very few people have actually thought that the world was flat. You know what I mean? Like
in the olden times, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, even in the olden, like there are ancient Greek statues from thousands and thousands of years ago of Atlas holding the globular world up on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that's neither here nor there. What is both here and there is what I was saying before, but I completely forgot what it was mid-sentence. And so now I'm just kind of carrying on. Oh, okay. Yeah. What I was saying is this guy, he talked about like just how long the possibility is for races to exist outside of each other's time zones, which is to say, like, there could have been a super advanced ancient alien race and lived for billions and billions of years and had a vast empire and could have died out and turned to dust before we were ever born.
For sure.
But there could have been multiple millions of that time happening, and we could live another billion years as a great starfaring race and just be within that certain
Yeah.
part of the, what's the word?
Bam.
Like the Goldilocks zone almost is what it is, but not quite.
Yeah, the timeline. Like we're in the section of the timeline where we're the only ones inhabiting that. It could be that.
Yes,
You know?
I think that that's very possible. And if I can rephrase what you're saying so that in a way it makes sense to me, essentially, look, the universe is 13 billion years old. We, as a species, have only been around, let's just say generously, a couple of 100,000, okay, out of 13 billion. Well, let's say that there was a great race of interstellar travelers that arose up 8 billion years ago. Well, guess what? The Earth didn't even exist 8 billion years ago.
Yeah.
And so, we might just have missed each other temporally is what I think that you're saying, Nick. And the other thing that's possible, because I agree with you, not only is space bigger than you think, not only is it bigger than you think,
bigger than you could think.
Exactly. But time is longer than you think.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't work the same.
At various,
Relatively.
It works. Time is what it is here on Earth, and it's something else in other places. Around black holes, even in our own
relativity.
orbit. Yeah, even in our own orbit. I think it may be the other way around, but I'm pretty sure the people who spend the time up there in the International Space Station age slower.
It has to do with gravity or something.
Yeah, it's easier on your telomeres, which are the strands of your DNA. I had it explained to me like those wax caps on the end of your shoelaces. Over time, as your DNA replicates over and over again, those wax caps get shorter and shorter. They just get degraded. It's a copy of a copy of a copy. And that's what age is.
Did you ever read Project Hail Mary, Dad?
I did.
Yeah,
I told you. We
about
talked about this.
Did we? Oh,
Yeah,
my
and
bad.
I was like,
Yeah, you got to stop smoking weed, honey. I really
lay
think
off
you
the
should.
drugs.
Maybe I should start smoking weed and it would help with my memory.
No.
It might.
That's why you guys do it, right?
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't pollute my body. Okay, my body is a temple.
Is that why your face looks like that?
I pollute it with chocolate cake, but not with drugs and alcohol because
you don't
You
want
got
to be like your
nothing.
dad. That's why. You don't want to be like your dad. God damn it.
no, it's because
oh, no, it's something else. I see.
it's because Danny the Dare was that his name? Danny the Lion from Dare. Is that what it was? He had a name,
Fuck.
right?
I don't remember.
Danny DeVito.
From
No.
Dare.
So Dare, Noah, I don't think that you probably had this, was a
Did
drug
you?
education program here in the lovely United States in the late 90s, early 2000s.
He knows what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
they
lived
did
I
the
thought
same.
maybe you were too young for it.
No, he lived
No.
in Canada for a few years. He didn't live under a rock. Did they have some kind of
They
Dare
stopped
equivalent?
Dare.
Yeah,
I
they
lived in
stopped
the
doing it.
I lived in the U.S. for over
Okay.
a decade as a child.
But
I'm not
Well, I
saying
didn't
that to
know
you. I'm
that.
saying that to Dad because he knows that.
I do know that.
They did stop
well,
doing
first
it.
of all, I
though.
did not know that.
They have
I don't know
stopped doing
shit.
There's kids of a certain age who don't know anything about
Right,
it.
exactly. And
Because
I don't remember when that was. Did you have to do Dare, Nick?
Yes, of course. In 4th and 5th grade, they would
Yeah.
bring in the fucking. Now,
The
someone,
cop.
I think Bubba told us.
The fucking pig.
Maybe.
Oh,
Who was
shit.
it? Was it you that was with me that told me like they used to bring in the drugs, like for
No,
real?
that wasn't
and they would
us.
set them down on the table in front of the kids so you could look at like
Huh.
what some black tar heroin looks like, what some crack cocaine looks like, so you know to avoid it.
So you take notes.
I guess, yeah. That would have been cool. I would have liked to have seen like a bundle of heroin when I was in 4th grade. That'd be.
Well, all you had to do was look outside.
I
frankly.
guarantee one of my friends or me would have tried to steal it. I had a friend once who said him and his buddy were, I probably already said this, but him and his buddy were breaking into cars for fun one time, and they found what he called a brick of heroin and took it and dipped. And I was like,
And then what?
and then never did any, like it just sat in his buddy's book bag. And then maybe he sold it, his friend sold it or something. I don't know, but
At 12, what fucking how? Okay,
no,
12 to 16.
I never said what age. I think they were probably in high school though.
Okay, still, that's like, I mean, I guess.
It doesn't matter. They were just
How do you know who to sell that to?
no. I'd imagine he held on to it for years and years.
Oh, okay.
Like and then was
Does heroin go bad?
maybe, but it's like
It
I
sounds
bet
like
no matter how many months it's been sitting in your backpack, you put it in a spoon, you melt it up, you slam that shit. I think you get fucked up. You know what I mean?
right. So
Uh,
let me get this straight. This guy steals this when he's 12 years old.
no, I don't know where we're getting 12 from. 12 is
But
not
let's say
Because that's
that
how
as
old
well.
you are when you do Dare.
Yeah. So let's say that he finds it when he's 12. He squirrels it away for years.
in his
Years.
ass. Yeah. He squirrels it away in his ass every night, and then he does it in the morning when he goes to school. At night, he takes it back out. And he's never felt this way before, but when he puts this brick of heroin in his ass, everything
The
just
Lord
feels,
speaks to him.
yeah, it feels all right. And he tells us, he doesn't tell anybody because he doesn't want him to call him gay, but he knows he's not gay. He says, my anus doesn't have a sexuality, it likes that there's a brick of heroin in there. I'm not gay for that. He whispers into the chest of his lacrosse team mate in the locker room after a tough game. Okay, when they're giving each other a deep tissue massage, like they do because they're bros, dude. Anyway, my point of the point is, I was like, someone died because of that. You know that, right? Either they're out, however many thousands of dollars a brick of heroin costs, or that was fronted to them. I'm just saying, you fucked someone over big time.
But if it was indeed heroin, how would these children know that it was heroin, whether they were 12 or 16 or 17? How the fuck would they know?
That's a good question. Yeah, and also...
I wouldn't know a brick of heroin if I fucking saw it.
No, I would. I mean, if it was brown, I don't know. I've never actually
Don't they
seen
normally
heroin.
wrap that shit up anyway?
Yeah, but you would, you'd get in it. You'd like open it up and see like, what is this? If it was like wrapped up like a brick for real, then it's something. You know what I mean? And if it's powder wrapped up in a bunch of saran wrap like a brick, then it's something. But also the other possibility is that he was lying about all of it, that he made all of it up.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
That's a very real possibility.
Yeah, that sounds correct. That last interpretation, I think so.
Yeah.
But speaking of police work, I did finish watching Mayor of Easttown on HBO Max. Finally, I know that I'm behind the power curve, that came out, I don't know how long ago.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
It's a police drama,
Do you
man.
know what he's talking about?
Starring Kate Winslet. Remember her from Titanic? Rose from Titanic?
I'm interested again.
Well, she's a cop now, okay? She's a 40-something cop just outside of Philadelphia in a small Pennsylvania town just outside of Philadelphia, and she's tough and she's rugged.
Does she do the accent?
And she does the accent like crazy. And she's
I'm back in.
Oh yeah, man. And she's heavy set, and she's,
she eats her own boogers, and there's scenes where she's digging into her ass with her hand and then snips it.
Yeah,
that's on her.
And you're like, this is an earthly woman. You know what I mean? Like, this is someone who's down to earth, in touch with their fluids and processes. And
You're getting it. You're getting it.
Yeah. Right. Knows her way around a gun.
Yeah.
And knows how to use it.
You're
to
not
get
afraid
what she
to.
wants.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not afraid to at all. No, it's nothing like that, of course. It's kind of like that, though. Anyway, she has this son who kills himself, and there's these missing girls, and there's this other girl that gets murdered, and she solves all of it, don't you worry. But she may she's unorthodox. She's unorthodox. She's not by the book. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching Better Call Saul.
Yeah, she's a loose cannon. She plays it fast and she plays it loose.
Sometimes she doesn't get results right away, but she will get results over time.
Sometimes she doesn't show up to work.
No.
Sometimes the alarm clock's just going off in the background and she's face down in the fucking gutter with her pants around her ankles and an empty bottle of fire water just rolling out of her hand down the street.
She's unorthodox, okay?
Yeah. Sometimes, she vomits from the amount of donuts that she eats before she goes into work because
Who doesn't? Come on.
Yeah, because she's relatable.
Highly relatable.
She goes to the donut shop. There's several scenes in which she says, I really shouldn't have any donuts, but if I need to have one, I'll just have one. But then she's like, but that won't fill me up. So I'm going to go ahead and get 24 donuts. And then she grabs 24 donuts. She gets in her police cruiser. She slams on the gas. Just turns her lights on to go through all the red lights and literally is shoving fist after fist of confection into her fucking mouth until she throws up all in her lap, all down her shirt, all over her badge, all over her gun.
That is one of my favorite Gabriel Iglesias jokes.
What? That's a Gabriel Iglesias joke? Did I just steal his bit?
Yeah, close enough.
Really? How does it go?
It goes, he went through a Krispy Kreme in the middle of the night, ran a red light to whip a U-turn, and got pulled over by cops. And then he offered him the donuts.
Okay.
All right, there's similarities, but this is different. This is Mare we're talking about here. She's no comedian. This is deadly.
It's the mayor of Eastwich. Yeah, this is all serious. This is grim overtones. It's grim.
Serious.
It's not funny in any
No,
way.
not at all.
There's nothing funny about obesity. I got it.
It's got that sepia, that
it's a noir filter. Come on.
Yeah, that noir filter that's kind of blue a little bit. The whole time, dark, foreboding music. It's close up, real tight on her face as she's just shoveling these donuts into her mouth. She's not even fat. And she doesn't have bulimia. She just does this sometimes.
But she is
She's
kind of heavy
loose.
set.
Lays it loose.
For Kate Winslet, she's heavy set. In fact, there was a big deal made when it was released that the director wanted to. She has a sex scene. It doesn't show much. I mean, it's not like this is a.
It's Titanic level sex.
I was barely even able to bust in the amount of time that, I mean, I got through it, but it wasn't a good one.
Anyway, the point being, the director was telling her, because she's an executive producer.
And so she's like, so for my character in this thing that I'm an executive producer of, I need to gain about 45 pounds.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's exactly what she did, because she wanted to be.
They're like,
authentic.
why? Because they want you to see. She's like, well, no, that I want to, like, when I go get donuts in the morning.
That's exactly why she needed to gain 45 pounds. You're right, for the donut scene.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, though, this show was so fucking serious, deadly serious. There was some, like, one moment of humor out of 7.5 hours of TV, but the rest was just, it was grim, man. Hardcore. It was real gritty. But at the same time, man, there were a lot of these police tropes. There were a lot of police tropes. So I'm going to give it.
Was the sex scene at least voluntary?
Oh, yeah. But anyway, the point.
And it was 45 minutes.
God damn it, I forgot now, too, because you distracted me. The point was that the director was saying, don't worry, we'll fix that in post. We'll slim you up. And she said, no. This is supposed to be really real and gritty. That's the point. There was a whole to-do about it.
And there's a bunch of fat pigs out there in the wild, okay?
Right.
Piggy, pig, pig, oinky, oink, oink. Then what's really the most powerful scene, I watched that show too. Cover to cover.
You're a liar. You're a
no,
liar.
I did. And
No,
the
you
most
didn't.
powerful scene is
You'll
when
never know.
the whole show kind of culminates into this climactic plateau tableau, I mean, where she is standing on top of one of like a picnic table, like one of those tables, one of those tables they have like in high schools, like in
The lunchroom with that fold up in the middle.
Yeah, lunchroom, and there's like hundreds of cops and like high school kids and also dudes in handcuffs, and she's wearing a pig snout.
There's an accordion playing in the background.
Yeah. And she's just got her hands on her hips and she's on the table. She's just singing a little song. I'm a little piggy, short and stout. Here is my tail and here is my snout. I'm a little piggy, oink, oink, oink. And then everyone's like, ah, she doesn't even finish the song. It stops right there. The crowd goes wild. She pulls down her pants, takes a shit on the table, pulls them back up without wiping, and is crowd surfed out of the high school.
You're insane. You're insane.
He's a naughty little gremlin boy.
I mean, that sounds like it'd be my favorite scene too. I don't know what's crazy about that, man.
And everybody's in fat suits.
Jail for the goblin children.
Yeah.
So I'd give Mayor of Easttown a B.
But I give our review of it an A+.
I give it fat out of 5. Okay.
Oh shit. So
It was weird. I'll admit.
look. All right, we're having too much fun on this podcast, so let me
come on.
Let me introduce Travis Scott into the discussion.
Oh, Travis Scott. Yeah.
The latest sociopath.
I keep thinking Travis Parker. I'm
Yeah.
like, what about Travis? Didn't we just talk about this motherfucker?
No,
Isn't
Travis.
Scott Goosebumps guy?
That's R.L. Stein.
R.L. Stein.
No. There's that song, Goosebumps. I get the goosebumps. Everything. You never heard that song?
I don't.
I'm a geezer, dude.
Yeah, I don't listen to
music.
Is that
I think
Travis?
that's who
I've never
Travis
heard
Scott
a
is.
song.
What I like to do is I like to sit on the edge of my bed and just force all the blood into my head until my nose bleeds.
Okay.
And then I get up, I go to the bathroom, I look in the mirror, and I apply.
And he says, I'm a little piggy.
Yeah, oink, oink. I put my finger on my nose and press it up, and I go, I'm a little piggy, oink, oink, oink. And then I just smash my hand into the fucking mirror and, rub my hand into the broken glass. Just be like, make me feel something.
Anyway, Travis Scott is a fucking sociopath, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's
Well, it's what I'm saying.
No,
Big
wait
piece
a
of
minute.
shit.
Hang on for a second. Before you
He's
take
been nominated for 8 Grammy Awards, okay?
Does not discount him from being a sociopath.
What's funny is he is like actually a great example of one of the biggest corporate sellouts in pop music ever, because Travis Scott Chicken McNuggets sponsored by McDonald's. Travis Scott in Fortnite. Travis Scott got his own butt plugs, I believe, sponsored by
Sponsored and spanked by.
Mr. Butt Pluggington's
Butt
Alfredo
plugs.
sauce.
Hang on for a second. First of all, Noah, let me ask you, Was the song that you were referring to a Travis Scott joint, as it were?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All
I
right.
mean, from what I'm reading.
I see. You're reading it. You're not a Travis Scott aficionado.
I mean, I know the one song that was famous because like it was on the radio. You know what I mean?
No. What song was that? Could you please?
It was.
He's got a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, but I know Goosebumps. That's the only one. I stopped listening to music after like
What's
new
the
music.
fucking point about all this, Dad?
The point
Yeah,
is
what
that
is the
8
point
fucking
about Travis?
people died at his concert. That's the
Who
point.
cares? We lost 600,000 or more in the last 2 years. What's another 8 people?
Well, and also
You know, that's dark.
for the
but
record, I believe
I'll
it's
allow
up to
it.
12.
It is up to
It's
12.
up to 12 people, but people got trampled at his concert.
That's
Actually,
what gets me, man. Stampedes freak me out.
well, all on the front page of Reddit. This is how I heard about it. Were fucking videos of Post Malone, the Foo Fighters, even Nirvana, like all kind of bands. Like when someone falls down at their concert, and they'll just like stop the show and
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, whoa, help them up, help them
Yeah.
up." And then Travis Scott obviously did not do that. And there's this hilarious video of like cops or paramedics trying to get someone on a stretcher at this show, and they're either dead or dying. And then the camera just pans up, and Travis Scott's just doing the robot on stage, like
That's what I'm saying.
like off to the side. It is hilarious. Like that was just really funny. You know what I mean? Someone's life is ending, and Travis Scott's just like doing the robot, and it's not even a good robot. That was funny to me, but you know, big tragedy and all that, and I'm sure he'll, you know, face due justice, and
Y'all have
he'll
why,
build a
why
magical
would he
castle around us, and
why would
everything
he
will be great.
face anything? Why would he be
He is
responsible
getting
for that?
sued. I literally just saw on Reddit him and Drake and
Yeah.
whatever, they're getting
Yeah.
sued. But insurance will handle it. It'll be all right. It'll be
So-
all right.
Have you guys all been to a festival?
I've never been to a festival, but let me just say this. Before you damn Travis Scott with all of these comparisons to people who were humane and did the right thing, he spent the prior week in Houston before that festival. He spent it doing good deeds in philanthropic works in public. He went to a charity baseball game. You know, all this shit. He was involved with the community. So when you say he's the world's biggest corporate sellout, all I could think about were all of these carefully curated events that he put on to show everybody what a great guy he was, and then 12 people got killed at his concert. That's bad PR. That
it's
kind of
fine.
wipes out all that other good PR.
No. It's quite the opposite. You told me that. Now he went to a charity baseball game. You know, so those dead people, they died for something.
They did.
They died to see a visionary man's concert. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Being a corporate sellout's a good thing. You want to sell out to corporate. That's the American dream, and it really, you know, any one of us would do it for realsies. So, Travis Scott, man, I wish him the best.
Yeah, that's
You
pretty
know, it's-
heartwarming coming from you, Nick. You're usually full of bile and hatred. What-
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I see.
You know,
Maybe
bile
I've
and hatred
misjudged
are
you.
not even. That's actually the first time those words have ever left my lips. Is in repeating your negative chi, and that's okay because I'm going to take it and I'm going to redirect it, turn it into something a little bit better, something a little more sexual.
I've seen a bunch of TikToks where they like try to pull your negative energy out of you, and I'm like, what are you
Awesome,
doing?
dude.
What are
Really?
you doing?
Awesome.
How
The
does
internet
that
is
work?
beautiful in the same way that it's horrifying. You know what I mean? For the same reason that the internet is horrifying is the same reason that it is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, you get to see like self-induced schizophrenia to the ultimate degree.
Narcissism is what I was thinking, but
It is interesting to me to see mental illness play out over social media and over the internet.
Well, all right, here's what it is that these people get an echo, like having mental illness, certain mental illnesses, especially Tourette's. Like, I don't know why, but Tourette's especially have become like glorified. And there's
Yeah.
other ones like a split personality disorder, which is not called that anymore. It's something else.
Called dissociative identity disorder.
DID.
Correct.
Yeah, right. Okay. Those things have been glorified. Like kids see it. People who actually have Tourette's and or DID would give, I'm sure, anything to not have it. It's not a fun, cool disease, but kids see that people are born with that, and so they're struggling, they're suffering. Maybe not suffering. Someone with Tourette's might not like me to paint them in that kind of light, but you get what I'm saying. Like they really are a hero by birth because you're forced to live like that. You know, with a neurological disease, kids see that, they want to emulate it. They want to be the hero. They want to be the brave, tough one. And so you see it with like these tics that the kids have on TikTok, which is funny.
Hey, is that what
You know.
the tick and TikTok is for?
No, it's not.
I
Well,
see.
it might as well be.
Well-
But You see these kids talking about their alters. They have so many alter identities.
That's just kinfolk by another name, man.
Well,
another fucking generation, a guy who wants to fuck a dragon.
Well, and that's the other thing, dude, especially with all these gender identity politics. It's like, why are we all talking about so much what makes us come? Why are we all so obsessed with like, I want you to know that I'm attracted to this person, or sometimes I'm attracted this way, or sometimes my sexual preference is that way. Like, how about your sexual preference be none of my business? That's what I would like it to be. Stop telling me what makes you come all the time. I don't care. Can we stop with that?
Why don't you get comfortable with your sexuality and stop being so repressed?
Oh,
man?
I'm plenty comfortable with mine.
Why don't you just
don't
relax?
Feel the need to open my sexuality like a jar of marmalade and spread it all over everyone who comes into contact with it.
I have this argument with Murphy all the time,
right?
Because
is that too conservative of me?
Can I give you a timeout here? First of all, we have a resident mental health expert right here on the show. So let's throw this concept over to our resident mental health expert and see what he feels about it. Then we'll turn it over to our resident sexual identity expert, Sarah. Noah, you go.
Why am I not the sexual identity?
Why
Because you are a cis white man.
Minister?
Cis straight white
Wait,
man.
so cis straight white men are incapable of acknowledging or learning about any kind of gender?
No, but it makes me the expert and you the baby.
And you the little baby who sits in a shitty diaper in the corner and shuts the fuck up. All right, sorry, go ahead, Noah.
I don't know what the issue is that I'm supposed to be debating on, whether or not people should be rubbing their sexuality in other people's faces. Is that the idea?
No, I thought
I don't know. Dad did like a weird little stop the whole thing and set up a loop-de-loop.
Yeah, because he could tell that I was getting ready to punch you in the face.
About what? Was that wrong of me to say?
Well, I mean, hold on a minute. So here's my question about what you were saying, Nick. Are you saying you have a problem with people in all their alters, or you have a people with their problems in all their gender identities, or you have a people with problems rubbing their sexuality in your face? Because I heard three different things.
First off, I don't have a problem with any of it. I don't have a problem with any of it. You know what I mean? That's all going to happen.
It's all good. It's all love.
It's all good. You know, whatever. For people with alters, that seems a little like, you know, whatever. Get a job. But now people with actual DID who actually have alternate personalities, I pity those people a little bit, because like I would bet that they wish they didn't have that. I would bet that you wish like I could just not have multiple voices trying to take over control of my body. That seems like a curse.
I'm pretty sure DID like isn't a definitive, like there is no clinical support for it.
Yeah, I don't know how it fucking works.
This is why I'm asking Noah to weigh in. I don't know what he has. He may or may not want to disclose, but Noah, you know more about mental illness than any of us. Is it fun? Do you enjoy it? That's what I'm asking you to weigh in on.
No, I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, would you like get on TikTok and make a thing specifically to
Don't demonize people who do that to help them through their shit.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Well,
those people, Sarah, these people are not doing that for that. They're doing it for attention. Like, you know, they are. They're doing it
Not everybody is doing everything for attention all the time.
No, just on TikTok, yes.
Okay.
Like for real, by definition.
The platform does kind of speak for itself in that regard. I was just asking Noah, you wouldn't glorify mental illness from your own experience. I guess that's what I'm asking.
No, I don't enjoy being a crazy person. I don't think most people who have to go through the label of being called crazy think they enjoy it either. I mean, some people might enjoy it. Fuck, what do I know? You know what I mean? I know I don't enjoy it.
I don't think he would glorify, like anybody who's not a fucking idiot wouldn't glorify mental illness. You don't have to have mental illness to know, or not have mental illness to know that like it's illness, dude. There's nothing awesome about it. There's nothing like, hey, let's make a video and be happy about this. I'm not saying it should ruin your life. I'm just saying, like, if you really had that shit, you have more pressing issues, I believe, you know?
Right.
I'm talking all this shit. You know what we need to do? Here's what we need to do. I need to find these TikToks that I'm talking about. I have like a specific thing in my head when I'm talking about this. You guys may have a different thing in your head. So what I need to do is find these TikToks, show you what I'm talking about, and then we can discuss whether or not
I know what you're talking about. It's been on social media forever. Like,
yeah,
in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, it's just cringe kids who want attention, and that's just how it's going to be. They're going to pick their outlet, but that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah. And it's also like things come in and out of fashion for how to get attention. Like it used to be, oh, I'm random. I'm going to wear shit from Hot Topic, which we all did this, me especially. Okay. I'm not putting myself above this. I'm just like, there's things like there's a thing you can do that will get you the most amount of attention.
I can tell you what it isn't. What it isn't is podcasting. That is not the thing that will get you the most attention, as it so happens.
Well, if it's good, it might. It probably will. If it's like a good podcast, that's, it will.
Sure.
It might take a long time.
I mean, not like this one, obviously.
No. No. No.
I just wanted to clear that up.
No. This is more like a time capsule for our family. You know what I mean?
Does seem to be.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
That's what I always thought. Yeah.
We need to sell this thing as an NFT. I've been all over this, but that's neither here nor there.
To whom?
Yeah.
To someone, whoever would be dumb enough to buy it. If they're dumb enough to buy it, I'm dumb enough to sell it to them.
Stupid asshole with the money will buy it. True. But, we got to find them.
You're right. You know what? That's just a matter of marketing. Look, we don't have time to get into that. What I wanted to ask you is, do any of you give a shit about the fact that Aaron Rodgers...
Oh, he lied about being vaccinated and then caught COVID and then now can't play.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you dummy. You big dummy.
Did you hear
Fucking idiot?
Did you hear him say that
Did that game happen today? Did they win or lose?
It happened Sunday. His backup went in. His backup was terrible. They all missed Rodgers, but Rodgers is a giant douche.
Well, I guess. Who cares anymore?
Wait. What do you mean he said he got vaccinated? They didn't require proof of vaccination?
I'm sure they ostensibly did.
Listen, I can tell you all about this, okay? The NFL the whole time knew that he wasn't vaccinated. The National Football League knew that he wasn't. He was asked directly by a reporter, I've seen the videotape, are you vaccinated? He said, yeah, I'm immunized. I mean, now, I would take...
He goes like this. He goes, yeah, I'm vaccinated, but he's like, I don't hold it against any of my teammates who don't want to get vaccinated. If they don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine. I got mine, but I don't judge them for not getting theirs.
Yeah, he said, though, he did not use the word vaccinated in reference to himself. He used the word immunized. Doesn't matter. The sophistry is ridiculous. He got his hand caught in the... He got his hand caught in the fucking...
Question here?
Yes, you may.
Is this a football player?
It is. That's a good
question. So
question.
This is a classic case of a football player being an asshole?
Yeah, that's true.
And having no repercussions?
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
That's fine.
You know what, though? It's not just a football player.
It's like, who cares?
It's also a Jeopardy host. He was temporarily a Jeopardy host over the summer.
Yeah, I remember that.
Have him killed.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't want him on the Denver Broncos, though. I can tell you that.
Have all of the final contestants of Jeopardy line up in a row and stone him to death.
Well, all right. You
have
guys...
his ass eaten by a bear. Here's what we should do. Bring back Roman Coliseum. Or no, we'll just do it. What is the Green Bay Packers Stadium?
It's the Green Bay Packers Stadium.
Packers Stadium.
Sure.
We'll just say Packer Stadium. And what we do is we put him in a stock.
Lambeau.
Right?
It's Lambeau Field.
Lambeau Field. Okay. You put him in a stock like when your hands.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like a different kind. Where it's his ass in there. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do.
Where he's like bent over and he's got his it's an ass stock. It's like built specifically for him to his dimensions. And then you bring out a grizzly bear that you haven't fed in like a couple of days.
Sure.
And just have him eating ass first.
Sure.
For lying about getting his COVID vaccine. Is that not going to put meat in seats? Is that not going to sell tickets? Are we not going to make money off this?
Will we not be entertained? Of course we will.
Yeah. Will we not be entertained?
You know, if
that's
I
all I'm saying.
Eaten, I want to be eaten ass first.
If you do get eaten,
a bear would do that. A bear's liable to do that.
Right.
Eat ass first,
even without any stock.
Stock or no, yeah, he'll do it the old-fashioned way. I only want to introduce the stock to ensure that the bear eats him ass first, because that's going to be the big marketing selling point. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
Watch Aaron Rodgers get eaten ass first by a rabid grizzly bear.
And then ESPN can have a whole bunch of like sports analysis people speculating on how they're going to force him to be eaten ass first.
And the United States' very first pay-per-view execution.
Yeah.
I don't think he deserves to be eaten ass first by a bear, but I really don't want him on the Denver Broncos. He's a distraction, man. He's a fucking diva. But
he's not on the Broncos, dude. You know he doesn't play for the Broncos. You keep saying I don't want him on the Denver Broncos.
They keep talking about trading for him.
You don't want him on the Denver Broncos. You wouldn't take him. You wouldn't be happy if you read tomorrow he's the quarterback now?
Why
you wouldn't like that?
Why must you put me in this compromising moral position where I think...
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Is he like the next Tom Brady or what?
Not the next. He's good, though. He's
How good?
I'd say if Tom Brady's a 10, then he'd be like a 7 or 8.
I think that's fair. He's a very good quarterback. He's won 1 Super Bowl, and that was 11 years ago.
Jesus.
He's pretty old. He's gray, but
He's 38 years old. He's been in the league a long time. He's taken a lot of hits.
How many other 8s are there?
How many other aides are there?
8s. Like
7 or 8s.
if Tom Brady's is 10, how many other 7 or 8s we got?
Of the same caliber.
Look, in some ways, there will never be another quarterback the caliber of Tom Brady. He's won 7 fucking Super Bowls on 2 different teams.
Yeah.
But is there somebody the same caliber as
But
Aaron
if he's the golden standard,
Rodgers or whatever his name is?
if Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Now you got me confused. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, if he's the golden standard, and so we got Aaron Rodgers about a 7 or 8 under him.
Silver standard.
So Aaron Rodgers is a 7 or an 8?
Are we talking on a 10th scale, or are we saying, hey, these by number, like this is the first best quarterback ever, which would be Tom Brady?
By rank? No, I don't know why it's so like it's
then,
a 10 is Tom Brady. That's the ultimate stats. You know, if we could lay out their stats, Tom Brady's stats are all 10.
So you think Tom Brady's a 10?
Yeah.
As a quarterback, yes.
Aaron Rodgers is a 7 or 8. See, I think he's a 6 or 7. I don't know. He's got kind of the daddy beard going, but I'm not.
If we're talking about physical appearance, then Aaron Rodgers definitely looks better than Tom Brady. He's definitely above.
I'm pretty sure I saw Aaron Tom Brady half naked, and
let's look it up. No, because Aaron Rodgers is pretty good looking, dude. He's a hunk. He's beefcake.
I'll tell you something.
I'd definitely say Aaron Rodgers is hotter than Tom Brady.
He's a lumberjack looking.
Hold on. Okay, see this? He's what's the word?
God, no.
He's
Oh God, yes.
Okay.
No, what's the word? He's
like a flannel daddy.
He's like weather beaten. He's got like like a sailor's skin, especially right here.
Leathery.
You don't like that? Look at
Aaron
those teeth.
Rodgers
Great
is a
set of
flannel
teeth on him.
daddy. All right, Aaron Rodgers is a flannel daddy.
First off, the beard.
Show me Tom Brady.
Got a great set of teeth.
Hey Google.
You could shine a movie on those teeth. All right.
Oh my God, he looks like a crackhead.
Okay, so
who looks
like
a crackhead?
Aaron Rodgers is better
Aaron Rodgers is better looking, dude.
Tom Brady
Not
looks
by
like a
much.
crackhead.
Dude, when
This picture makes him look like a crackhead, dude.
His Buccaneers, his official Buccaneers picture is like he doesn't look a little. His eyes are sunken in,
and he looks like he just got stuck in an electrical socket.
But this is why, but this is because you're not standing next to him and seeing him. Like, you know what I mean?
I am 98% sure I saw that man running naked in Tampa.
It's just from the shoulders up. If you saw him in real life, he'd be a gigantic person, and you'd be like, okay.
He would. I can attest to that. I met John Elway about 30 years ago, and he was a big son of a bitch. I'll tell you that. He still is. You know who was big too? Dan Reeves. He was a coach at the time. He was a big son of a bitch. You know who was kind of small, though? Carl Mecklenburg. He was kind of small. And look, here's the thing. If you're talking about the top 10 best quarterbacks of all time, you're probably, that can be a debate, but Tom Brady's won the most championships. Joe Montana was considered great. Terry Bradshaw was great. He won 4 Super Bowls. He had great teams, but he was a great field general. And then
Peyton Manning.
That's not my point that I'm trying to make here. My point is, if you don't want to see Aaron Rodgers be traded, who would be an equivalent exchange?
Yeah, but the thing is, he's lying though, because he would love if Aaron Rodgers. I mean, because the Broncos have had such bad quarterbacks since Peyton Manning. It's like a power vacuum, a big
you need
shoes
the
to fill.
What is it on South Park? The 1994 Denver Broncos, led by whatever, Eric Hartman's dad.
That's funny. The 94 Broncos were actually, of course, an Elway quarterback team and so on. They were actually they were coached that year, by the way, by Wade Phillips.
Wade Phillips.
Yeah. I ran into Wade Phillips in a 7-Eleven. No shit. When I lived in Denver in 1994. And he was a big sumbitch.
Yeah.
These guys are big.
But the point is
these guys are big.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not the point.
That's
not the point at all.
Point.
The point is what is one other silver-ranked goddamn quarterback in the NFL right now?
You're right. We couldn't get anybody as good as Rodgers. Rodgers he's the reigning MVP. And I will tell you, if you watched the game where his backup laid an egg, you'd realize how important Rodgers is to that Green Bay team. Green Bay can't win without him. They need him. He's the MVP. He is the MVP.
You know who my favorite quarterback in the league is?
Who's that?
Love.
Jordan Love?
No, Love You Bye.
Oh.
Nice.
He got me. That was good to see it. Good to hear from him.
I wish he would have said Ligma, but that wouldn't have worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was good, though. I like that.
That was cool. Good to have Noah on the show. You know, he sounded saner than any of us.
Yeah. Tick-tock.
Well, it's really easy to be more sane than some of our insanity, I tell you what.
That's true. I admit it. I would like Aaron Rodgers to be the quarterback of the Denver Broncos.
Of course you would, dude. It's like, listen, is your endorsement of him joining the Broncos going to change his ways as a person? Things are going to happen how they're going to happen.
Or do you just want that flannel daddy leading you to victory?
I would like a good quarterback on the Broncos team
you would like a good Rodgering by Aaron Rodgers.
I'm totally down with that.
Hey, but look, I will tell you, man, we had a very good performance from our offensive unit in the most recent game in which we thumped the Dallas Cowboys 30-16, and it wasn't as close as that. We led them 30-0 with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We dominated that game.
Really? So they answered, or they had 2 unanswered touchdowns, right? In the last 5 minutes, it was 30-0 till the last 5 minutes, and then they scored 16 points.
That's right. They did.
Wow.
I mean, it was all garbage time. They didn't have enough time. We possessed the ball more than 2/3 of the game. That's how efficient the offense was.
Yeah.
And Teddy Bridgewater didn't throw a pick, didn't give it up. We didn't have a single turnover. We beat the shit out of the Cowboys. So that's a glimpse.
Well, that just goes to show how much we need a good performance from a quarterback, right? Everything else we're okay. The defense is great. The offensive line's good, which is where the game is won.
Why does football so closely resemble politics?
And war.
Yeah, well, it's modeled after war, yeah.
It is.
But
George Carlin does a whole bit about this.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
Never heard that. But there's actual war games that you can play that are not football.
That's a big thing in the military.
What?
War games.
Well,
to demonstrate new technology and stuff.
Well, it's a big thing. Like, that's like a genre of game. I have one on my computer, on this laptop.
Yeah,
you know
Warhammer.
You know what the Air Force uses wargaming for? To sell Congress on its inferiority.
Yeah.
You know, they ran a simulation. This is not classified. This is just a fact. They'll tell you this. That they ran a simulation, the U.S. Air Force, something called Project Checkmate. Anyway, they run these simulations, and they ran a simulation against China, and we lost 37 simulations in a row.
Out of
37. We were 0-37 against China in the simulation.
Why did we stop at 37? That's such a weird number to stop at. Like on the
that's all the budget allowed for.
The 37th L, we were like, yeah, you know what? I think we got it.
We made our point.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get it anymore.
There were 37 congressmen probably that they were presenting to.
It would be within your best interests as the, it would
committee.
Whatever, as the person in the Air Force to have data that suggests we're inferior, so we need more funding. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, it's a self-licking ice cream cone. I was there when it was happening. It was fun to watch. Minus the fun.
Murphy and I looked up today why the fuck daylight savings is still a thing, and it's just because of money.
And also, let's not forget, I was alive actually the 1 year. I was in second grade the 1 year that they kept daylight savings time all through winter. And people hated it. And you know who hated it most of all? People with school-aged kids. People hated to see their school-aged kids go to school in the dark. They hated it. And it only lasted 1 year. We tried it. People hated it.
Yeah.
Try it again.
But the people are...
Well, in 2005, they changed when it ended. They made it longer because it used to end in October, and now it ends in November, so that it's lighter during Halloween, so we spend more money on candy and stuff.
Smart.
Yeah, sure.
Long live the oligarchy. I just read an article about how the wheat industry is trying to become an oligarchy.
Shocker.
Yeah. That's how it is. You know, businesses form their own unions. They form unions of their own. Cartels, if you will.
What they do is they figure out the lobbying game, and then they rig the system in their favor. That's what they do.
By getting together.
That's just good business. That's
I hate this country.
Well, it's not an America thing. This is a people thing. Like,
no, you're right. It is. It's not exclusive to America. It's exclusive to any fucking organized country.
Not at all. Yeah. If you allow people this kind of market, what quote unquote this version of capitalism is, this is what they do.
Yeah. Like it's all power, no matter what the structure is.
Yeah. And it's like, it's the same thing with every attempt at communism and socialism. Like it's just the people at the top, they get all the resources because they know how to do it. They know what they're doing best. They are the ones who need to distribute. This is more communism than anything else.
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah.
Do you think you can talk to the Buddha and make me born into some kind of royal family next go around?
Oh, it's easy. The Buddha tells you exactly how to do that. And you're young enough that you can accumulate the appropriate karma to make it happen. You're in like Shin.
Hell yeah.
That's what Buddhism is all about. But listen, if you join Chewy We're going to teach you all this kind of shit, man.
Yeah.
Level 7. Level 7, that's where it's at.
Getting chewy.
Getting
Use the
chewy.
damn cream. Use the cream, bitch. Yeah.
I like how
chewy.
our shit just gets more and more incomprehensible as the years go on.
And
Join
obscure.
chewy.
Sure.
And obscure.
Why not?
Only true fans will know what the fuck we're ever talking about because we don't even know.
Let me chew on you a little bit.
Chris will know.
Trying to munch on you.
Chris will know. Hey, listen, guys, I think it's best if we go. It's easier for people to listen to us if we're not that long. We've been on long enough.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with. I don't think the length of this show has anything to do with whether
It's
or not
listenability.
people listen to it. This show could be 45 minutes long or 2 hours and 45 minutes long, and it would get definitely the same amount of
I will say this
watch throughs.
is that
Promise you that.
I definitely have more engagement if I'm doing not just this.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've kept my hands busy this whole goddamn time.
Now, anyway, I'd like to read you guys a little passage from
Can it not be the stench though? What's
my
another
religion. Okay, I got another one. Veronica, oh my goodness, I see. Oh, it's a stench. The odor
God
is
damn
so
it, I said
horrible.
not the stench.
I see a huge pit and it's real burning. The walls are orange and burning hot. Oh,
It's my asshole.
and I see these horrible creatures. Now I see bodies of humans falling. As they fall, they're starting to glow. They're glowing
I want
like
a jazz
an orange
soundtrack in
color.
the background as this goes.
Like
just a light
coals.
little cymbal brush.
Okay, hang on. Hold on.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, hold on, people. We're going to bring it on down for a little bit of light reading from the Heaven's Directives to Help Save Souls here.
Okay, I'm ready for that.
Can you wait? I don't hear anything. Fuck it. Just know that
Jesus loves you.
you have viewed the poor souls lost forever into eternity, and that is straight from Our Lady, September 7th, 1974. So you know it's
Wash your rear.
real. Well, yeah, wash your ass.
Scrub that sheriff's badge.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh. Ooh, dude. Ew.
You went on a 10-minute rant about Aaron Rodgers being eaten
Sheriff's
ass
badge.
first by a bear in the Green Bay Packers stadium, and that's where you draw the line.
Scrub that sheriff's badge. Exfoliate that chocolate starfish. Use the pumice stone on that brown asterisk. Time to do a deep clean of the old balloon knot.
The puckered starburst.
Ooh, the squished starburst. The asshole, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about your asshole.
Get up in there and clean it.
Yeah. And I mean, get up in there. Just
How else are you
fucking
gonna know where
dig
your
it out.
G-spot is, boys? Come on.
Fucking dig it out, dude. Make sure that sheriff's badge is polished. I want to see it shining in the sunlight before you're allowed to leave this room. Whoever's listening to this, whatever room you're in, you need to make sure you have a polished sheriff's badge before you leave. You undersmell me? You undersmell that?
Love you, bye.
Oh, love you. Bye.
All right, bye.
A Shin Show is a production of Shinfluence. It features the voices and opinions of the Shin family, which are entirely and exclusively their own. Join us each week on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
Thanks as always to our regular listeners. We love to hear from you. Please email us at ashinshow@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.